Pinan 1 is the first of 5 forms created by Itosu Anko in Okinawa in the late 1800s. The Pinan kata were introduced into the school systems on Okinawa in the early 1900s and are present today in the curriculums of many karate styles. In Shotokan, this form is called Heian Shodan. Heian means peaceful mind, describing the confidence you should have in being able to defend yourself once you've learned this form. Pinan 1 can be considered the earth kata, not only because it emphasizes a strong-rooted stance, but also because it creates a foundation on which the other Pinan kata will be built. Begin the kata with a standard Kung-Nu bow. The first 2 moves are the same as Taikyoku. Left lower block, right reverse punch. Turn to your right with a right lower block, then pull back into cat stance with a right reinforced vertical back fist strike. Take a half step forward before stepping through with a left lunge punch. Turn to your left with a left lower block, followed by a left rising block. Snap your hand open, then step through with another rising block. Repeat this combination 2 more times, ending with a loud ki-ai. The second half of the form is the same combination of lower block and lunge punch that we see in Taikyoku. Remember to follow the pattern of look, turn, chamber, and block. Following the ki-ai, turn 270 degrees and chamber your left hand palm to the ear and right hand extended palm down behind you. Step into left back stance with a left knife hand block. Follow up by stepping forward 45 degrees with a right knife hand block. Notice that the second chamber is different than the first. Look to your right and repeat the combination on the opposite side. Chamber with your right hand, palm facing your ear and left hand extended, palm down behind you. Step out into a right back stance with a right knife hand block. Finish the series stepping forward 45 degrees to your left into left back stance with a left knife hand block. Look to your right, then to your left as you bring your left foot back into natural stance. End the kata with a Kung-Nu bow. The bunkai, or applications for Pinan 1, can be broken down into 4 distinct series. Series 1 consists of the opening movements of the kata. Use your lower block chamber to parry the opponent's punch as you simultaneously attack his ribs. Use the lower block to trap his arm against his body as you switch step and counterattack. Chop to the neck in turn, throwing the first opponent into the second. Press down on his neck as you lift his arm, putting him into a forward roll. Step to the side as you deflect the second opponent's punch with your inner middle block. Grab the opponent and pull him into a lunge punch. Turn to your left, taking the opponent down with a lower block. It's okay to break the pattern of the kata to finish the opponent with a quick punch. Series 2 consists of the movements down the center of the performance line. Use the initial lower and rising block to parry your opponent's consecutive punches. Then grab his wrist and switch step using your next rising block to hyperextend his arm. Block the opponent's next punch with another rising block and repeat the pattern on the opposite side. Grab the opponent and turn his center to jam his next punch. Switch step and deliver a forearm strike to the opponent's neck. Maintain pressure as you turn, taking the opponent to the ground. Series 3 consists of all the movements to the next ki. Block the first opponent's punch with a lower block, switch stepping into a lunge punch counterattack. Stun him with an additional chop to the neck and throw him into the next opponent using the turn. Preemptively lunge punch the second opponent, who blocks and evades using a Tenkan motion. Parry the opponent's counterattack with your lower block, then step forward with a blitz attack, punching until you've landed a solid shot. Once adequately stunned, grab and recycle by throwing him into the next opponent. The final series of the kata consists of 4 knife hand blocks. Use your first chop to block the opponent's right haymaker, then grab his arm and step through with a second chop to the neck. Turn and recycle, throwing the first opponent into the next. Block the second opponent's punch to the outside, then grab and step behind him, taking him down with the final knife hand block. If necessary, finish with a quick stamping kick.